Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. Let me go and do my sound checks. I'm trying a whole new phone and device today, so I want to check it out to make sure it is working. So just give me a moment to check it out. It is cool though. I finally got the new He-Man. Oops, there we go. Sound's working. All right, and he's pretty cool. The head looks great on him. I can't wait to open him up and check it out. So pretty excited about that. So I first want to, let's see, looks like a lot of people aren't online yet. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to assemble this dungeon number 4 for classics. I haven't made the origin one yet. This is probably the one I'm going to keep. And I'll show you guys some cool new things on this one that I did that I didn't do with all the other ones. Actually, let me kill the overhead light. Burp. There we go. All right. So it looks like some people have joined. That one guy. Hey, that one guy. Hey, Izzy Davis. Thanks for joining us. So real quick, I just re-released the swords on eBay. The only two that I have up right now is just the Origins and the Revelation swords. I don't have any classic ones on there. I did do a repricing for the structure for the pricing. I'm charging $10 for the first sword. And then after that, the second sword is 40% off the entire order. And then after that, the next one is 50% off the entire order. So, and then finally, if you buy 4 more, it's 60% or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how it works. So basically, the more you buy, the more you save. And the reason why I made it that way is I realized if I mail one sword, I'm sending a box for one sword. And I kept trying to figure out how to offset the cost of the price of the swords or the boxes. So I decided instead make the first sword cost more. So that way it pays for the label and the box and everything else. And then make the other ones cheaper. That way then I can black spot on my screen. There we go. Oops. That's my light. I'll take this light off. This has caused me more problems anyway. So if you guys go to buy the swords, if you buy only one, it is kind of spendy, but if you buy more than one, the price should drop down pretty quick. All right, so let's go ahead and set this aside because we're not here to talk about the swords. We are here, and if you want the links in the description, so if you want to check out those swords, they are there. We are here to assemble this new dungeon. Now, this dungeon has a few changes from the first one. First off, a really cool change is I've been working on the skulls. Actually, you know what? I'm sticking that light back on. Sorry, you guys. This was my first rendition of the skull a long time ago, and you could see it's pretty rough looking. I just decided to use the green that I had at the time, and you could see the ridges in there, how rough it is. And then I had another one in between that I don't have anymore. And then this is one that I also kind of was messing with. And this one's glow in the dark, as you guys saw last time. But you just see it doesn't have a lot of detail to it. And the problem was because I sprayed the glow in the dark on afterwards. And then this is the new one that I just finished doing. Much more detailing on it. You can see the crack in the skull, and I took black paint and kind of painted around the teeth and stuff. And I used glow in the dark material, so the actual skull actually glows in the dark. Let me see if I can use my Seriatron for my lights. Hold on. All right, so let me go ahead and light this up with my, I'll show you guys the difference between these. Just aim my camera down on there. Turn off this light. And let's get that a little more set on there. And bam, there we go. So here is the one from last time. It's supposed to be a white glow, but it does look kind of yellowish green. And here's the new one. It's 3D printed, and it really is white. You can see next to the other white glow how cool this one looks. And so I'm pretty excited about the way this one skull works for the front of the dungeon. And the cool part is I have a whole spool of this stuff. And so I'm going to do some other cool glow-in-the-dark stuff too in the near future. Now the black light actually plays off this one better than it does this one for reflection. But once it's charged, the new one, of course, looks just so much better. Look at that. Brr. All right, well, I got the lights off. Let's go ahead and mess with the glow in the dark for the skeleton that goes inside there. Now, the skeleton is, of course, just painted on there, and then I used a bunch of different different color of clears like yellows and browns and a little bit of black to give it some kind of wash. And you can see his glow is not like massive, and it's just on one side too, because there's also a lot of stuff covering that glow, so that kind of stinks. But he does glow, but just the one side, the side that will be visible when he's inside the dungeon. So kind of cool. All right, let's turn the lights back on. Oh, there goes my other light too. All right, so let's get to busy on this. Wow, it's like you guys have posted some stuff. Glad to be back to watch another wonderful show. Hey, Sledge Master, thanks for being with me. I'm thinking about buying it. Hopefully the one you're talking about is the swords, because I'm not sure if I'm going to sell this dungeon or not, because it's really cool, and it's such a pain to make. It takes about 2 weeks to make one of these. And unfortunately, every time I sell one on eBay, the price does go high, which is cool, but not high enough for 2 weeks work. So I don't know if I'm selling any more of the classics online. Here's the floors. So you can check out the floors. And basically, I just printed on the bumps on there, as you can see, so it looks like brickwork, and then did a nice black wash on it. And after the black wash was done, I coated it with all different kinds of clear coats to protect it. And then these bumps right here are basically an inverse of the bottom of this. So let's just slide that right on there. And there we go. And it just holds it a little bit. Now, if you push on it, it will pop right off. So, you know, if I do end up selling this one, you go down and grab it from the bottom when you pick it up, not from the top. Now, a cool feature too is it has those 4 holes, and those 4 holes line up with the gate. Now, the gate actually slides into this track that goes all the way down. And then once you get it slid all the way down, it just lines right up, and those pegs go right into those holes. There we go. Just like it showed on Wikipedia. I looked it up. Now you can see I put a nice black wash on the gate. I put a nice black wash on the actual dungeon as well. Last time I used a dark green wash, and it just didn't come out very good. This one I used a dark green wash first, then followed up with a black. And I was a little more careful on doing it. And now let's put the window in. So here's my window gate right here, and it just slides in right to this spot right here. Now it's a nice tight fit. So let me go ahead and get that in there. Oop. I'm always afraid it's going to break when I'm doing this because it's so tight to get the window piece in there. Now I did do a little sanding on it to make it a little bit not quite so tight. Now the cool part about this, if I do end up selling this one, is you could have He-Man just bust this gate out of there and then put it, or the thing out of there. And He-Man actually does fit through the window. I tried it before I put it on there. Should have shown you guys. So you could pretend like that's his escape route if he decides to break out of the dungeon. The dungeon. And you can see how tall he is in there. See, there's He-Man in there. All right. So the last thing to put on here besides the skull is the top. And the top, I decided to make it like the Well of Souls from the original sticker, so you can see what it looks like there. And so that was kind of the concept idea that I had. And I put a nice black wash on here as well to give it kind of the cool steel looking look. And it has these 4 bumps on there as well that line up, and it fits really loose on there, so you can move it around without having to worry about it. And it also locks the gate in once you put it on. So you got to slide it open a little bit, then your gate works. Now the reason why I'm showing you guys this, even not selling this one, is I plan on making smaller ones just like it. I've already actually resized them for Origins. So that would be really cool. So you got the same thing with Origins. I'm looking at maybe a way to break the 4 walls down so it's cheaper to ship. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go yet. And now the last step is to glue the skull right there on the front. And the reason why I wanted to build this first was so I can use these to help center this when I put it on there. So the glue I'm going to use is super glue, and I'm going to use the gel kind. I'm just going to apply a small little bit right here, and then just stick it right like that once I get it all lined up, and then hope it stays on there. So let's go ahead and look at your comments before I glue that on there. Wonderful looking dungeon cell. I like that the skeleton is lying in front of it. Yep, and the skeleton actually goes inside once I got it all done. Boop. But I suppose you can put him anywhere you want. You could have put him in front or inside. So that was kind of the idea. And he doesn't have to go by the window. You could put him on the other side too, so He-Man could stand by the window. And I really debated whether to put a skeleton in there or not. But I thought, you know, that's kind of a cool thing. People will ask me to put like extra bones in there. Now, if I don't know if this will be included in the Origins or not. I'm really debating. It is a real pain to get this out of the 3D printer because of the way this arm's sitting across the middle here. It puts supports on both sides, above and below the arm, so the arm is completely surrounded by supports. So it's kind of difficult to get it out of the supports after you print it, and the arm almost broke off a couple times trying to get it out of there. So the only way you may be able to get the skeleton is if I actually sell this one and you get it with this set. Oops, I just pulled that off to glue that on. So let's go ahead. I'm going to set aside the wrong one so I don't accidentally glue on the wrong ones. And I'm going to set this up and then I will glue it on there. Have you ever thought of creating your own company? I actually do have my own company. It's hebro.com. So you can actually go to the website and check it out. So he-bro.com. And but yeah, it's not really like a massive toy company or anything cool like that. It's just a way to sell my eBay wares and write them off on taxes, or to do my taxes. All right, let's put one glob in the middle so it doesn't get glue all over the place. And let's just line this thing up. I'm going to move the camera so I can see what I'm doing. Sorry, you guys. I have to look at it from an angle so I can look straight on. That looks pretty good. Now, it's nice about the gel glue. It gives you some time to get things set up. So in case things aren't quite right, you can still kind of monkey around with it for a little bit. Oh, now I got glue on my tablecloth. Slippery parts. Let me see. That looks pretty straight. That looks pretty straight. All right. Push it in for 45 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I should have set a timer on. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44. There we go. It should be not 100% set, but at least on there. And let's go ahead and hit those lights one more time and check it out now that it's all assembled. Should have some Jeopardy music playing, huh? Do 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 do. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, that looks cool. You can kind of see the glowing skeleton in the back there too. If you can see it or not. It's kind of hard to see with this camera, but I can see him. It looks really cool. It's like something spooky, like out of some kind of a Disney ride or something. Crazy. All right, let me go ahead and turn the lights back on. All right, cool. Bright light, bright light. All right, so thanks for your guys' comments. I'm going to make a lot of videos tonight, so be prepared for a plethora of videos coming in tonight. Let's see, need a skeleton on a torture rack. Well, the cool thing is whoever, if I do end up selling this, whoever gets it could create other things to go with it. And some of those good skeletons to use are those ones from Storm. I don't know where I set them now. I had some Storm ones sitting around here. And that's actually what I made that one from originally, was I used the Storm skeleton body and what is his name? Scareglow's head. So, and then I scanned him in. All right, so I'm going to end this video, and in about 3 minutes, I'm going to start another video on opening up He-Man and Battle Cat in that 2-pack. Then we're going to open up Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and then I have a bunch of Star Wars stuff to open tonight too. So I'll be opening up a bunch of Star Wars things tonight as well. My desk will get messier and messier. I got some cool new R2-D2s to compare to He-Man size, and I got this C-3PO I think is way too small to match my He-Man figures. And I got this cool Boba Fett 7-inch version from the Disney store. So we're going to go ahead and check those out and compare them to my custom Darth Vader it's made for the He-Man world. So those will come after the He-Man and Battle Cat and the wrestler guy. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. Again, check out those swords, and I know the first for one's kind of spendy, but if you get more than one, the price should drop down pretty quick. All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys in the next video in a few minutes.